Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to an absolutely fantastic episode of Bar Talk. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Whenever it is that you are listening to this, I hope you are having the best day ever. And guys, remember, if it's not going the way that you want it to, you have the power to turn it around to make it a good day or a bad day. It's your choice. If you're feeling a little down today, that's okay. Feel what you need to feel. Go through it so you can move past it, okay? Kind of my new saying, what did Jill say last week? Sorry guys, this is a little impromptu. Wasn't planning on saying this, but she said you have to go through it to grow through it. Okay. All right, guys, we are at episode 79. Thank you so much, as always, for listening on in. If you are a returning customer of mine, guys, welcome on back to the bar. If you are someone who flies in and out from time to time, fantastic. If you are new to the Bar Talk community, welcome on in. We just like to have conversations here. We like to share a drink here. I want you guys to feel that you are a part of this because you are a part of this conversation more than you realize. Okay, so today, I am talking with fellow bartender, Jake Callinan, and I realized I've been saying his name wrong pretty much my whole goddamn life. So Jake is a dean of students by day, but bartender by night, kind of like myself, podcaster by day, bartender by night. We both work the same night, so I don't always get to see Jake. But I thought he'd be a great person to talk to and kind of get a little insight on secrets from your bartender, we'll say, and what bartenders would like to tell you. Someone had kind of pitched this idea to me a while back, and I thought, okay, I kind of like it. I guess I haven't really talked a lot about bartending and how crazy in itself the profession can be. So we kind of chat a little bit about our experiences, what we've learned, what not to do to really piss off your bartender. And like, guys, I know the people who are on my good side. And when you're on my good side, I got you. I got you covered, like forever and always. You piss me off, you're going to wait an extra 5 minutes to get a drink, maybe 10. Depending on how bad it is. Okay. And then also I thought this was interesting, like why we felt people always confide in bartenders. I've had so many wonderful conversations with customers throughout my 9 years now of bartending. And I always say I'm like part bartender, part therapist sometimes. And I love it. I'm so grateful for it. I feel very like honored and blessed that I'm able to have, really like intimate conversations with people where they feel comfortable enough to open up to me. So we talk about that. And then I share the best way that I've hit on a guy while working. And guys, it involves a jacket. That's what I'll say. Also, I guess I should say this too. Merry Christmas, guys. It's December. What? Like, how did that happen? I absolutely cannot believe it. If you are watching this right now, you'll be able to see, but I have my Christmas decor up. Look at it. So I am obsessed with like old school, like Christmas movies, 2 of my all-time favorites being White Christmas and It's a Wonderful Life. And I found these movie posters sometime last year and I ordered them and unfortunately got them like January 10th. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me, man. So I said, I'm like, all right, we'll put them up next year. And somehow I never thought Bing and Biggie would go well together, but they kind of do. On top of my Christmas stockings, I have my Christmas trees behind me, my Dear Santa letter, and then the Eiffel Tower the Eiffel Tower from Paris. My aunt gave it to me after I went to Paris 3 years ago. Yeah, I went to Paris 3 years ago for my birthday. That was a lot of fun. Okay. Anyways, guys, so happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, however you say it, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating. God bless this beautiful month of December. And my birthday's coming up too. What? Meow, 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 meow. All right, I'm done. Anyways, really quick, before we go ahead and dive on into this conversation, I have three things for you. Technically two, but like the third is kind of like a half. So number one, wait till the end for the segment. Here's a tip for you. I know I've been enjoying this and I've gotten some good feedback on social media. So I'm going to keep doing this. If you guys are into it, please let me know. Obviously, like I'm making these for you guys. So I kind of want to know, like, if you want more of this, if you don't want more of this, if you want something else, let me know. I want to be able to really serve you guys in a way that is very, very beneficial for all of you guys. Number two, follow us along. I know I have a lot of returning regulars, we'll say, but if you are a new customer joining on in, I would really appreciate it if you guys would follow us. It is at Bar Talk with Jenna across the board. We are at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Yes, this is a quick self-plug, but I want you guys to be a part of the bar community with me, okay? I would really appreciate it if you would leave a review. Reviews help so much, guys, especially when like searching and kind of being the first person that pops up when you type it in. So subscribe. You can be super ballsy like me and take someone's phone and have them subscribe and follow along for them. And then one day they're going to wake up and be like, this is awesome. I do that more than I care to admit. Okay. And then I guess number three, I really don't have any codes to give you guys today because guys, Hannah is like sold out of all of her candles. So I have it lighting on the back and I'm trying to like not light as many of them because I want them to last. But she was only doing one big batch order and she sold out, I believe, on Black Friday, which I'm so proud of her. I'm like happy and sad at the same time because I didn't get to order any. I didn't get to order any of them. But she will definitely be having more come the new year, which just sounds absolutely wild to say out loud. So be on the lookout for those for the new year if you are interested in getting some candles. Okay, guys. So that's really all I got for you. A little bit of a quick intro today because I really want to just go ahead and get right on into this little chat. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready for my conversation with fellow bartender, Jay Callinan. Enjoy.
Cheers.
Okay, tell me.
That's good.
Yeah. I also love the bottle because there's angel wings on the back.
Oh, shit, the wings.
There's wings.
That's awesome.
There's legit wings. So it's a pretty bottle,
Now, do you get recommendations from people on what to try, what not to try?
I do, yeah. Like, I'll look around on the internet.
That's really good.
Of, like, what's good and what's popular.
Oh,
I like this. I really like Brothers Bond Bourbon.
Never had it.
Okay, it's relatively new. It's by, this is going to sound so corny, but I don't even care. The guys who were in the Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
And they drank bourbon on the show, loved bourbon in real life. So they've been creating their own for like a few years now. And then it got pushed back with COVID. It got released, or like I was able to pre-order it in February of 2020, I think. Or 2021, I can't remember, but I ordered it and I was like, I'll do it. It was like 30, 35, 40 bucks. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, this shit's fucking fire. And I was like, this is great. And then my liquor lady out in Main Street got me a bottle signed by them. So
there you go.
Yeah, we're gonna have them on the show one day. Okay, so I'm very excited to have you on. You're not a bartender by trade, but a bartender by night, we'll say.
Correct.
And I think people are fascinated by bars and by bartenders because we have a plethora of useless knowledge, I think.
Some good, some bad.
Some good, some bad. What have you learned from working behind a bar? Well, actually, let's pause. How long have you bartended?
I've bartended since Cork opened up in 2010, but I came out of undergrad in 01, and I started bouncing at a club called Blue in Lincoln Park. It was the only 4 a.m. bar in Lincoln Park.
God bless.
So I worked there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights. And then sometimes Sunday nights I'd go to work at Crowbar on Weed Street for, it was insane. And I used to bounce, and then Billy Guidey, who's a Mount Carmel grad, his father, Rita grad, my dad, Rita grad, knew one another, but we knew each other from the same kind of wrestling connection. Said, hey, we'd like to have a neighborhood guy come over, sort of bartend. And I'm like, I've never poured a drink except for myself before. I said, I don't muddle, I don't mix, I don't shake. He goes, no, this is going to be easy. Smirnoff, Dewar's, ice cold beer. I said, I can do that. That sounds simple enough. So when he opened up in 2010, I started there Wednesday nights and progressed Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And then, just nowadays, just when socks are in, hey, I'm usually the Saturday night guy, Misitich being the Friday night guy,
God bless.
our guy.
God bless.
And just rotating schedules, pretty much when socks are in every Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. So the bars we work in are like what you say is what you're getting. Like you're getting a vodka soda, we know it's a vodka soda. Don't ask for, even though like I enjoy making cocktails, it's like read the room. It's a shot and beer kind of place.
We don't have martini glasses.
No.
We don't have muddles. We don't have blenders.
No.
It's very simplistic, but delicious.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you want something
100,
muddled.
100%. There's no muddling on our end.
We had a bartender in here once. We had 2 girls come in for a sock team. They're like, we'll have a frozen margarita. And he said, okay. And then he just walked away from him. And then my cousin was in, and the girl went up to her and was like, we've been waiting for our drinks. Like, I don't know what's taking so long. And they were like, you're going to be waiting a really long time because you're not getting them. Like, read the fucking room.
Yeah.
Like, look around you.
We don't do those sort of drinks, especially when it's packed. And again, you want to look at the tap. You want to look at what's going on around you. And it's like, yeah, I'm not in that kind of place that you're going to find on Rush Street or anything like that. 100% neighborhood bar.
Very much a neighborhood bar. What I grew up in and what I prefer more than anything in the 100%. World. 100%. So what have you learned from your 10 plus years now of working behind a bar?
I think our neighborhood people are bar none our best people.
Yeah.
They really take care of us and show us love.
Yeah.
I think I look forward to seeing our repeat customers. I mean, the Bertucci's, the Lazzaros, I mean, the guys from 37th, Jack Hewells, Kevin Griff.
Yeah.
That whole crew, I just, you look forward to seeing them, Joe Fergoli, because you know it's going to be a good night.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you always feel safe.
Yeah.
You always know that in case, God forbid, anything happens, you have a good crew in there. And there are people that are always going to look out for you, and they're always going to check in on you, making sure you're all right. Hey, how'd your night go? Good, no incidents. But I think because it's such a close-knit neighborhood, and I'll say this till the cows come home, I think we live in the best neighborhood in the city of Chicago. I truly love the people that I've grown up with. I love the adults that my family grew up with. And I love that that we have Cork as a stomping ground. It's been enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's not work. What do they say? If you're going to work and it's not fun, it's not work?
Yeah, I always said when I was like, I'll do it until it's not fun anymore.
It's fun.
And it's fun.
It's fun.
It's never, there's never a dull moment.
I think you put up with idiots every now and again, but that's in every bar business. But the juice is worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
I mean, far more good times and good memories than bad.
So many good. What's been the best memory you've had?
While at Cork?
Yeah.
I think any memory working with Joe Misitich has been fantastic. You could be in the worst mood in the world and you could be around Joe, and Joe is that guy that'll cheer you up.
Yeah.
He has just got the heart of gold, and he's just a fun-loving gentleman.
Yeah.
And I laugh my ass off all the time with Joe.
Never a dull moment.
No, nothing.
No. Oh my God. What do you think people would be surprised to know about bartending?
The patience you have to have with certain customers.
Oh yeah.
I think
you can go on that. I'll sit back and I'm gonna drink.
I think it's the patience that you have with customers. Also because I think some people don't realize, because I double as a bartender, that there's some days that I just don't want to talk about De La Salle. I love De La Salle with all my heart, but I don't want to talk about your kid that was punished by a teacher during the course of my weekend. Again, I love our families and stuff, but it's like I've checked out from there. But if you want to make an appointment with me, I'll be happy to talk about anything, but not Saturday night right now while I'm behind the bar.
This hat is the bartender's hat.
Correct.
I do not have on my dean's hat.
Correct.
I need you to realize that there's a difference between the bartender hat and the dean's hat. Yeah, I get that.
I think being able to distinguish between the two, and again, I'm more than willing to talk because I love that place. I love De La Salle with all my heart. And I think it's refreshing because we do have so many great families that sacrifice a lot to send their kids to us. And again, they're such great families. And I think the ones that come in to complain, it's like, okay, I heard you out. I gave you your due. Godspeed.
Oh my God. What's the strangest thing like a customer has said to you?
I think for me, it's what's your cheapest drink?
Oh, Oh.
What's your cheapest drink?
Do you show them the door? Because that's what I'd like to say.
I say it's called stay at home. If you can't afford a $4 domestic beer, it's hard for me to believe that you could come out.
Yeah.
But I had this girl who was a serial dater come in, and every weekend she was on a new date, and she goes, I want a Darth Vader. I go,
what the fuck is that?
It's a Long Island iced tea with a double shot of Jaeger. And I said, dear, you keep drinking those, he's going to look like Luke Skywalker. You'll never have to go on another date again. And she was drinking them like water. Darth Vader. Strangest thing, though, you get such a mix with Sox games, but nothing that stands out. It's certain customers, are a little bit more wild than the next.
Yeah.
But, again, being that it's more neighborhood than anything, you're usually able to steer the crowd
to weed it out
in and
a
out.
bit.
Yep,
yeah.
100%.
Oh my God. Is there anything that like you wish you could say to customers that you haven't?
I'm the constant professional.
Okay.
I really mind my P's and Q's, because nowadays, people are quick to pull out the cell phones and record and put you up on social media, Yelp about you.
Do you have a Yelp about you?
Oh, yes, I do.
What's it about? What does it say?
Well, people didn't believe that they should pay gratuity on a 12-person tab during a very busy time, so they decided to walk out on the tab. And
how long were they there?
They were there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Ate their food, drank their drink, but didn't feel it was fair that they were added gratuity to their tab. So they decided to walk out on the entire tab.
Most places do automatic gratuity on 6 people or more. Mm-hmm. That's a very common thing.
Yeah, so they went to Yelp on us, and it's fine. People are entitled to their opinion. I don't take it personal, but is what it is.
Oh, yeah. My fucking
Well, it's a sense
God.
of entitlement to get it out there and bash whatever I can bash, and for people to listen to whatever they can listen to. It is what it is. That's the society we live in.
Oh, my God.
How about you?
On the
anything, what's the one situation that stands out that with a customer, maybe even for just the sock season?
Not a sock season, but I did have I kicked someone out once. I've kicked out like maybe 4 people in my life, and 3 of them were family members. And I always get a call the next day that says like, hey, I'm really sorry, you did the right thing. And I was like, I know I did the right thing. You deserve to get kicked out. There was one guy I kicked out for, I don't know if it was an ugly sweater party or we had some kind of deal going on here. And it's busy. And I was ringing in the money, and I turn around and the guy put his hand in the cooler to grab beer. And I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, you weren't going to give it to me. I said, it don't fucking work that way. I said, the door's right there. You can go. I'm not serving you anymore. And he was like appalled. And I was like, dude, you're going to go. And he said, well, make me. So what I did was I walked to the phone behind the bar, because I was told if there was ever an incident, you call the cops from the landline of the bar phone, not your cell phone. So I go and I look at the phone and I paused. I turned around and I said, I'm going to give you one more chance to walk out of here with some dignity, because you are surrounded by off-duty police officers right now. So it's your call. And he goes, I said, right there. I need you to leave. So him and his 2 friends walked out, and he was this close to walking out the door. And Nikki Farrell goes, yeah, get the fuck out. And I'm like, dude, we were so close. Why, Nikki, why? And he was like, I got you, Jen. I'm like, no, I got me.
Yeah.
You don't got me. I got me. You didn't need to do that, Nick. He was out the door. He was halfway out the door.
But isn't it crazy, like, what your family did the next day? Because I think that's all it is. Everybody has a bad outing every now and again.
Oh, yeah.
If you just follow up with a phone call and say, hey, I'm sorry, I acted a fool last night. Or, hey, I apologize for that behavior. All is settled. Everybody has a bad night out. Everybody's had a bad night out.
We've all done things that we aren't proud of.
Yeah, or acted a certain way where it's like, Yeah. What's the old saying? The man drinks the drink drinks the man.
The man, oh, fuck you. Drink to that. I will drink to that. That is the truth. One of the things that I think I love about bartending the most is the relationships you build with people in like the most unusual ways. And I always say my best friend is an 84-year-old retired Italian cop who comes in here and makes me homemade food. Now this is someone I would never befriend, but he is my best friend, and I look forward to him coming in here all the time. And I think he's a little bored in his later ages, so he goes to Costco and he buys me whatever from Costco. So I always get a new gift like every other week. It's fantastic. But I always love that people like confide in me in ways that I think is very strange sometimes. I don't know if you would agree or disagree with that, but I'm curious to know, like, why do you think people feel comfortable to confide in bartenders?
I think if you're a good bartender, you tend to have a good ear. And you listen, and you genuinely listen, and you listen not to automatically give a response. Maybe someone just wants to bend the bark that day and had a rough day, or confides in you because they know who you are, they know who your family is, way you've been brought up. I think for the most part, the people that you have here bartending and the people I have at Cork bartending are just awesome people.
Yeah.
And they're the people that are there to make sure, hey, we know that you're only as good as your last drink. We're in the entertainment business. We are, fact.
Yeah.
And that's why even when you're dealing with that unruly customer, our good customers far outweigh our bad customers.
So true.
And I mean, when it's not busy, if people want to talk, hell, let's talk. Let's catch up. How's your mom and dad? How's your family? Good. I mean, it's always people that are usually from Bridgeport, and check in on you when your family's sick, making sure you're doing okay, making sure your newborn is okay. I mean, that are extensions of your family, and that's the way I feel. I mean, there's a lot of people here that are extensions of my family that come into the bar that always look out for you.
It's a weird bar family dynamic, and I have that with so many people, but the two people I think of automatically are Kevin and Jen Shan, who have been coming in here now for years. Like, they were always my regulars, and now it's so exciting because they're expecting, and they'll be having a baby in March.
Congrats.
I'm so excited. And she texted me with me, her, and him on a text change to let me know that they were expecting before they told everyone, and I cried because I was like, I can't believe I got to know this before everyone else did, before social media. And so now the ongoing joke is, like, I somehow feel that I have a say-so in the name of their child.
Absolutely. Have you been name dropping?
Oh, I've been name dropping. I text her all the time. So it's funny, like, Kevin's Irish, Jen's Hispanic. So the name I said the other day was Rip John Carlos Shan. Like, still keep his Hispanic heritage somehow in there, right? And she's like, I do like the name Rip. And I was like, John Carlos, like, come on, you still got to keep it somehow alive. Keep it alive, Jen. But no, they don't know what it is. They already have their girl name picked out. I guessed that one right away, but they can't figure out a boy name. I'm like, because you can't figure out a boy name, it's a boy. I'm telling you, this
names
baby,
were tough.
I'm telling you, this baby is a boy. You need to figure out your boy name. And I think she's 5 months now, and they still can't figure it out. I'm like, you kind of gotta. It's gonna be here before you know it, dude. Like,
yeah.
But then again, I don't think I had my name for the first day. My parents didn't have a name for me for the first day I was born.
We struggled on boys' names because I'm Irish Italian, she's Polish Irish, and we settled on three. Madam McCormick Callinan, and my buddy from Taylor Street called me the next day after he found out the name. He goes, that's a real good Italian name, Madam McCormick Callinan. He goes, aren't you half Sicilian? I go, oh boy, here we go. I said, well, no, we had to keep it Irish side. Maybe the next one. We'll see what happens.
Next one, you can name him Vincenzo or something.
Yeah, I liked Pasquale, but she didn't like Pasquale. I got an uncle,
for
Patsy.
Short? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of, a little Irish, a little Italian. Patsy, yeah.
Pasquale, Callinan.
Pasquale.
Irish potatoes, Italian tomatoes.
I mean, if it fucking works,
I know.
man. If it fucking works. Okay, so the holidays are here, and I can't believe it's already, like, Christmas.
Our first Christmas party is tomorrow.
Okay, ours is Saturday, which I was like, oh my God, like, how did that happen?
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
I'm ready. I'm ready to have a good time with everybody.
What do you want customers to be, like, if you could tell customers something before going out to the holidays to celebrate, what would you want them to know?
Ooh, what would I want them to know before they come out to drink for the holidays? I would just say, one, don't drive.
That's very obvious.
Don't drive. Yes. Two, just go out and appreciate every moment. There was a kid from Cork a couple of years back that passed, and he used to call guys out for being on their cell phones.
I like him.
And he used to give it to guys. Is this moment not important enough? And I think take in the moment that you get to spend with your friends and family during the holidays, and put down the phones and put down the distractions and really take in every moment, because in a blink of an eye, that person can be gone. You don't know when you're going to have another moment with that person or with that crew that you're going to be out with. So really take in that moment and realize, hey, celebrate being alive, celebrate your health. And that would be my number one suggestion is celebrate life, being alive, being happy, being healthy. That's big now.
Celebrate now.
Yeah.
Celebrate the present moment of now, which sounds so corny, but it's so true, because people are so worried about what they did yesterday or what they have to get done tomorrow, shopping-wise, whatever it is.
Or they have that immediacy to post, or looking at social media while you're out. Enjoy the moment. Be out. Have a drink.
Yeah, be with those people and have those conversations that I think you can only have while in a bar.
Yeah, and again, you're probably going to be with your best of the best.
Yep.
You know, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Pour as many drinks as you can. Be safe about it, and just talk memories. Yeah. Talk good times. You know, I told my wife today, I said, you know, talking about what's going on at school and everything, I said, it's 21 years goes by fast. You know, it's insane. 42 now, and it's no spring chicken anymore.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. I still can't believe that I've been bartending for as long as I have. I'm coming up on, is it 9 years? Like, that seems so long. Like, 9 years is a long time to do this. And it is gone in a blink of an eye.
But family run. I mean, family run, being around a lot of your family.
Yeah.
And being in this place that's a staple.
Yeah.
I mean, in Chicago.
Yeah.
Not just in the neighborhood, a staple in Chicago that people come from out of town when they go to a Sox game to come visit here. I think that's fantastic, and that's something accredited to your family and what you've been able to keep going throughout the generations.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day, like how unique it is. Like, some people don't know where they come from, you know, and you kind of take that for granted. And I'm always grateful every day that, like, I know my, like, lineage, and I know my heritage, and I know who was before me. And that I get to be a part of such a unique legacy that...
Huge.
Yeah, like, I'm
it's
looking
amazing.
at the wall, like, it says 1938.
You can't say that about...
Dude,
how many places can you say that about now in Chicago?
There were horses drawn outside at one point. Like, horses. People would ride in on their horses, and now we have Little Nas talking about Old Town Road with the horses, you know, on the radio or on the jukebox, you know. So it is really cool to see, like, how much has changed, but at the same time, how much is still the same. You know, and I think that's kind of the beauty too, is like...
And the company's still the same.
The company's still the same.
Because it's family.
Because it's family, and we have generations of families. Like, I think about, like, the Kavalauskas who come in here, who, like...
Love the Kavalauskas family.
Love the Kavalauskas
Shout out to Richie Cavs.
All of them.
All of
just
them.
all of them. Like my girl Alex, like, I see
Love
her,
Alex.
I see them, and I'm just instantly in a better mood.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, their families drink here, and more people come in here, and even now we're getting, like, newer generations coming into the bar.
Baby Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick Cavs.
But even, like, new families now creating, like, legacies of coming in, and I think that that's so...
Huge.
Cool and unique to be
because you get to
of.
show them where you grew up at.
Exactly.
And I think that's important for me, being neighborhood, is, you know, when my son is of age and my son is growing up, getting him to know and being acquainted with the families that I grew up with in the neighborhood. And hey, these are the places that we go.
Yeah.
And you know, we go to the Hamburg Club for St. Patty's Day.
Every year.
We
don't miss
we
it.
go to the Kavalauskas' family for St. Patty's Day early, you know. And it's just traditions that won't die, and you want to keep them going because you want your son or daughter to experience those traditions. And I think we're in charge of keeping those going.
I know, we are.
We're carrying the torch.
Okay, cheers to that. Cheers, cheers, cheers. So I asked some people questions on the internet. I just threw it out there, like, what were questions you'd like to ask bartenders? And the first one is, how many therapy sessions do you have with customers in a day?
So when the certain customer that comes in that you know is going to be a little bit more talkative, a little bit more needy, you got to make sure you're not busy.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing of hey, if this customer is going to want to talk to you,
yeah,
you got to make sure that there's not a packed house.
Like, read the room.
Yeah,
read
100%.
Yeah.
And again, I love talking to everybody. We're in the people business. So making sure that I'm able to talk to a customer, all right with it. But again, when they get a couple of these in them and it's It's like, hey, I'll be right back. I got to make sure the other 15 people in the room are taken care of.
You master the art of having multiple conversations with people at the same time while walking away and then jumping right back in and picking it up.
100%.
It's the weirdest thing.
But letting them know that you are paying attention.
Yeah. I'm here, but guy staring daggers in the back of my head right now. Oh my God. Pet peeve.
Pet peeve.
Actually, that's a great question. Ways to really get on your bartender's nerve.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. I have 3.
Okay, go.
Okay, number 1 is you slap on the bar. I'm just going to make you wait longer.
100%.
I will make you wait longer, and I will look at you while I'm pouring drinks for other people to know that I'm making you wait longer.
If I come up to you and ask you, hey, what can I get for you? And you got a group of 5 and you still don't know what you want to drink, I walk away.
Number 2, don't tell me that I'm making your drink incorrectly. Don't. I kicked someone out for that. Okay, I guess I've kicked 5 people out. I kicked someone out for that. I was like, dude, I know what I'm doing. Do you want to bartend? Mm-hmm. Don't ever tell me I'm making a drink incorrectly, because you could just come behind here, or you can shut the fuck up.
Enjoy.
Number 3, I'm going to say you probably don't get this, and if you do, tell me I'm wrong. Don't tell me to smile.
Oh, never do that.
Don't tell me to fucking smile.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm going through.
I've had it a couple times.
When you're busy, it's not that you're not
you're in a zone.
Enjoying it. You're in the zone. You're making sure that everyone is happy and that everyone has their drinks ready. And do you know
left, right, middle, repeat.
Left, right, middle, repeat. Bob weave.
Yep.
When you got multiple people behind the bar, you're like, it's not that I'm not smiling. I'm just making sure I'm getting the job done.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah,
it's game face.
Yeah. I guess I'll give one more too. I know who's gonna take care of me. So there's 2 types of people. People who will either tip you at the end of the night, which is totally fine, or people who will tip you straight up front. Mm-hmm. Both ways are fine. The people who I know are gonna take care of me, I know when I'm getting you, and I know when you're coming up to the bar because I'm continuing to build that relationship with you.
100%.
So if you really wanna get on my good side, take care of me.
Yep.
In return, I will take care of you.
Bartender told me, what do you want to give, a big tip or a big tab? And it's the truth. Take care of your bartenders.
Yeah.
And a good bartender has a comp tab.
Yep.
And if you're taking care of that bartender, chances are they're going to buy you a couple rounds.
Exactly.
Especially if you're putting time in at the bar.
Yeah.
How about with, I don't know if it happens here a lot, how about with opening and closing tabs with the credit card?
So we are still very old school and only accept cash.
God bless you.
God bless. Well, good thing, there's pros and cons to it. It's so funny because here was all cash. My other job was all cards. So it was such a night and day kind of situation. I'm amazed at the amount of people who come in here and they're like, you don't take card? I'm like, we haven't taken card ever. This is not new information. This is not new. Like, there's an old school ATM. Like, just be aware.
Yeah.
Just be aware.
I think that is like, if we're wall-to-wall people and every 5 seconds, close it, open, close it. And then finally it's, hey, it's a $20 minimum.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to steal your card. I'm not going to put drinks on your card. Everything's organized.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I've never understood that. Or I know you carry cash.
Yeah.
I carry cash all the time. I don't understand people that carry zero cash now. Maybe is it a younger thing? Or?
I think it's a younger thing. I think a lot of places now don't accept cash.
Okay.
Which is weird. I also think so many people don't ever need cash though.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people think like if you're going out, like, oh, I got to tip valet, I got to tip my bartender, I got to tip coat check. Like if you're going out, I think it's an old school way of thinking to have cash, where a lot of people nowadays don't understand it or don't even have it. But there's also a danger to carrying cash.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten my purse stolen with,
I remember.
with a lot of cash in it.
I remember. You were at the restaurant when it happened.
I was sick. It was the day I was going to the bank. And I was like, well, why am I going to go to the bank before work when I'm going to make money? And then, and it was, I legit think it was $700 or $800 in cash. I could have threw up.
Yeah, and I don't mind card. Don't get me wrong. It's just in the midst of how busy it is, keep the card open.
Keep the card open.
Keep it open. You're not going to get robbed.
No.
We don't lose cards.
No,
we're very organized.
Yeah. You have the Rolodex.
Yeah. How about when people put change on the bar and they slide it across to you?
I'm like, you need it more than I do, fucker. Take it back. Take it back.
I just think I've always took care of the bartender. Because again, you want them to know who you are.
Yep.
and realize, hey, this guy's coming in and he's going to take care of us. Exactly. We got to take care of him.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it be a neighborhood pub or downtown or wherever the case may be. Not downtown anymore, really, but no, haven't been downtown to have spirits in a while.
No, I went the other day, but it was like I went to a concert. I went to the House of Blues, and I wasn't like drinking. Like I'm like, I'll just have one. Like I think I had like a whiskey. Like, and I was like, that's fine. Like, but we were enjoying the show. I'm like, I'm not here to get drunk. You know,
no.
I want to enjoy this moment, this experience.
We were at the wedding, and I can honestly say that's the first time I actually drank downtown in a very long time.
I would
at
agree
the wedding,
with that.
At the Maggie and Carlos's wedding.
Yeah.
But other than that, really don't make my way downtown anymore.
No. I enjoy going in where I know people. I enjoy
100% safe.
I do, and that sounds weird, but like there's something really beautiful about neighborhood taverns, because to me they're beacons, and they're even like churches, or I don't know if a beacon and church is the same thing. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. But there's just something really great. You come in, you say hi, you know who it is. You can be a little bit.
Let your hair down.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't have to be so on guard, and
nope.
You're
around familiar company, and familiar company always helps to just.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So, what are your ways to piss you off?
I think the slapping on the bar.
Yeah.
Screaming across the bar.
Oh God, yeah.
That's rough. I think when when I'm coming up to you and you have a group of 5 and you know we're busy, have those drink orders ready. When they turn around and start asking, what do you want? What do you want?
Wait, Susan, Sally, I'm sorry. Vodka, soda, nope, water with, can you do 2 limes? Wait, no, make it 3. I'm like, just come back when you're ready.
And again, I don't mind. Give me whatever order you want. Just have it ready to go, especially when there's a Sox game in town, because you've seen how we get with the Sox games.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane. It's insane, especially when the weather's bad and people are inside. I mean, we had a great season this season. I'm going to be honest with you.
So happy.
We had very little incidents, and Cork team pulled together.
Yeah.
I couldn't have been more proud. I mean, I look forward to going to Cork and seeing the guys I do, seeing the girls I do, and just we have fun.
It's
fun.
It's fun. And there's also a really, like, you probably have it, because I know we do, like your Sox regulars, which are really like a cool.
They're awesome.
They're great,
and they're so happy to be out.
Yes.
I mean, we're not through the pandemic, so to speak, yet, but to be out at the baseball games, I think it was a sign of hope. Almost like, hey, we're back at baseball now. We're not required to have masks in the park. And after the park, guess what? We're going to go back to Cork. We're going to get a burger. We're going to have some beer. We're going to have a good time.
We're going to chill.
And we know who's there.
Yeah.
You know?
So ways to piss you off besides slapping on the bar. Is there any more? That and the drinks order.
I don't know if you've experienced it in here, and, Joe Misitich and I have talked about for goalie. People have sort of come unhinged a little bit drinking, where they're quicker to start fights. And
so you post-pandemic?
Yes. Even though people are more aggressive.
People are.
I'm not seeing that niceness where it's hey, calm down. There's no need for that kind of behavior in here. It's relax. No one wants to fight. I'll order you an Uber. Calm.
I think in the beginning of when we started coming out of the pandemic, there was this like joyous, happy, oh my God, we're all together again. And then it was like a quick high, and then it fell really fast. And I don't know if I've seen fights, but you see maybe it's like a bitterness.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But a chip on the shoulder almost.
Yeah.
And it's just calm down. You come out. Ideally, you should come out to be with your friends, drink, and have a good time. Not come out to start trouble.
No.
And be a pain in the ass.
No, it's like, please don't do this. Please don't do this. Yeah.
Go outside.
Yeah.
Go outside.
Yeah.
And again, we didn't have too many incidents like that, but I see people being shorter and not as nice post-pandemic than I had beforehand. And you could see it in their demeanor, how they talk to one another, how they get into it, very drop of a hat sort of thing.
I was trying to think if I could find a way to describe this, and I'm hoping maybe you can help me. I know when a fight's going to happen. Do you know when a fight's going to happen in a bar?
It's a look. It's a exchange of words. But I think you have certain guys that are just going to go at it, and certain girls that are just going to go at it.
Yeah.
And then there's ones that are going to talk, and I'd rather have them talk themselves out of the bar than actually have a fight in the bar.
Yeah.
Because, again, you're out to have a good time.
Yeah.
Just come out, have a good time, calm down, relax, and words, just let them be.
Just let them be.
Let them be.
Just let
have
them
a drink.
have a drink, relax.
Chill.
You get to be out. People don't get to be out.
No.
You're alive. You're well.
That's it.
You got your gratitude cup is overflowing
That's
with either a beer, a vodka soda, a whiskey on the rocks, whatever. Exactly. Okay, least favorite cocktail / shot to make.
Bombs are getting up there.
I would agree with that. A chilled bomb.
A chilled.
Yeah.
Well, I don't make them warm. And Crown Apple bombs are popular by us.
Okay.
Crown Apple, Red Bull, and Cranberry.
Yeah.
And I don't mind making them, but it's again, read the room, like you've said a couple times. When we're packed and you order 24 bombs, it's like Christ on a bike.
You're going to be waiting a minute or two.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you your bombs.
Yeah.
I think bombs. But other than that, not a big deal. I mean, anything they throw, and again, I'm not a professional bartender. I don't have any kind of licensure, nothing crazy off the wall.
I don't either.
Again, beer, vodka, Dewar's, White Claw. What do you think about this new seltzer craze?
It'll die really fast. I think I think we've already seen it die. I think it's liquor goes in like trends.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trends with liquor right now, and I think I was actually just talking to my people out in Main Street because I was picking up some supplies. So new drinks of the week coming soon this month, guys. And I've been surprised at the amount of people who have reached out to me saying, hey, can you show me how to make this but a non-alcoholic version? And I was like, oh, really? And so I was like, oh, God. I'm like, I kind of got to think about that, if you don't mind me. And so I've been looking into it, like and there's a lot of non-alcoholic spirits out there. I know we used to make them at the restaurant, just like mocktails, and you can charge anywhere from $10 to $15, and people don't blink an eye. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next trend we see, is
Really?
Non-spirit drinks, because, and we've seen it with, did you go to the Smokeout this year?
I did not.
Okay, so one of the things they had at the Smokeout, and for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Smokeout is the Windy City Smokeout, big country music festival here in Chicago. They had canned water bottles, and they were like tall boys, and they said Liquid Death with a skull on it. Okay, super cool looking can, sparkling water and water. So now think about that guy or that gal that wants to go out with you, but maybe doesn't want to be mocked because they're drinking water. Well, guess what? You're drinking a tall boy now, and no one knows it's water. So I think we're seeing a lot more of that, because I think a lot of us drank during the pandemic. I know I'm one of them. And I don't drink as much as I did anymore. Like, I like a good whiskey, or I like a nice glass of wine, and that's really it. Like, I don't drink a lot, and I don't really like to go out to get drunk anymore. Like, I don't have the time, and I don't want to be hungover. Like, truthfully, I just don't. But there's a lot of people who are really into non-alcoholic spirits, and
That's new to me.
It is new. Okay, so I told my people, and they were like, really? So, again, I'm working on it, but I'll give you a preview. January is going to be dry January, because no one drinks in January, but I'm like, you can still enjoy a nice drink at home. So we'll have all non-alcoholic drinks.
Why is January dry?
Because everyone is an absolute degenerate in December and drinks too much for the holidays. So I know a lot of people who do dry January because they're like, I need my body to do a reboost, and everyone's on a big health kick. Good for you.
I got to get on that health kick.
And I get it. Like, sometimes you just need that fresh start, or the fresh page to get on it. But then people go back to being glutton motherfuckers. just so it kind of completely deactivates everything you did. But no, Blake Lively just came out with a non-alcoholic spirit, or like a can, and she said it was really alienating to go out and be the one who didn't drink, and I felt like I couldn't be a part of it. So I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Like,
what can I do to bridge the gap?
What can I do to bridge the gap? And even though this show is bar talk, there's still a lot of people who don't drink, but I still want you to feel like you can come to the bar and have a drink with us. So if that means you're having a non-alcoholic beer, there's non-alcoholic wines now. It's a bigger industry than I thought, and I think it's only going to continue to grow. So the seltzer phase, I don't know if it's really ever going to go away. Your stomach eventually is going to hate you, because my stomach eventually hated me for it. But I would be, what? No, that's not the word. I think it's going to be a lot of non-alcoholic, a lot non-alcoholic stuff moving forward.
Wow.
I really do.
I think the seltzers are going to become more popular. But because you can see a lot of the seltzers now upping their alcohol content.
Well, and
that's what's crazy to me.
There's seltzers. Like, everyone has a seltzer now. You know, like Bud Light has a seltzer. Corona has a seltzer. One of my favorite drinks, summertime drinks, is ranch water. I love me a good ranch. You don't like it?
I'm not a big tequila guy.
Okay, I love tequila. But they have that in cans now. So there's a lot.
We have them at Cork.
Yeah, there's a lot of canned cocktails. But they're sparkling or fizzy because, you know, you open the can and then you get that fizzle effect. So I don't know. I don't know if the seltzer train's ever going to really go away because it's here to stay.
It is.
And it's like if people are continuing to buy it, why not?
Well, and I also know a lot of people that have moved away from the beer have moved to the seltzers now.
I can't drink beer.
No?
No, and it's not like I grew up on Miller Lite. So like I love a nice can of Miller Lite. Ice cold can of Miller Lite, not a bottle, in a can. I turned 26. I went to a Sox game. I had a beer, and instantly my fingers and my feet swelled. And I woke up the next morning in excruciating pain. So I'm probably allergic to it, which breaks my heart because I'm like, God, I feel like such a fucking phony.
Well, now you could just dabble in other things.
Now I've dabbled in a lot of other things. But again, there's a lot of health conscious people too now, which I think is wonderful that people are being more aware of what you're putting into your body. And I think people are like, I just can't drink it.
No.
So I'm curious to see what all of these beer companies are going to start doing now because there's definitely been and don't quote me, but I got to believe there's been a dip in beer sales to a point.
Beer sales because of seltzer sales?
Because of seltzer sales, because I think more people are conscious of what they're putting into their body. There's a lot of carbs. There's a lot of gluten in beer.
Oh, yeah.
It's not keto friendly.
No.
Like, and like you notice now, let me say this too. Do you know all vodka is fucking gluten free? Do you know who the best marketing team in the world is Tito's, because Tito's was the first people to put gluten-free on it. So no, your hangover isn't better because it's Tito's. Every vodka is the same. So all of you people who are listening, they're like, no, I swear to God, Tito's doesn't make me hungover. No, it's like.
But even with with the seltzers, how about the Michelob Ultra craze?
Because it was light.
I know, but everybody, it's crazy within the last 2 years how Michelob Ultra, buckets of Michelob Ultra.
Yeah. And I was able to drink that for a minute because I was like, okay, let me try this. And I noticed that the next morning, depending on how many I drank, my hands and my feet weren't in that much pain.
Okay.
But the more people I talk to in my family, they're like, yeah, I drink beer, but like I get swollen. I'm like, so then why do you keep drinking it? Like, you don't have to keep drinking it.
Switch it up.
Switch it up. So I'm still trying to like figure out like what works for me, but like just drink what you like and
I agree.
Be responsible.
No, it's again, I like what you're pouring. The Angel Envy is good.
Angel Envy. I'm gonna have a little more.
All right.
Do you want a little more?
Yeah, I'll follow up with that.
I just want a little smidgen more. The best is I've only had breakfast today.
So dinner.
First class was lunch. Second class is dinner now. Hope you guys are drinking with us. Yes. What you were saying with Michelob. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everybody drinks. I think more so than Bud Light, Miller Lite now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We have there's a lot of Bud Light drinkers now in the neighborhood. More than I thought.
I think more Bud Light drinkers in Canaryville than there are in Bridgeport, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
It's a stereotype.
You think so?
A little bit.
Truth.
Yeah, but it's the truth. It's fine.
I mean, it's not a bad stereotype.
Yeah. No, it's not a bad stereotype.
No.
They would agree.
I wasn't being negative.
I know, I'm being an ass.
No negative critiquing here.
I'm being an ass. Okay, reaction to Red Bull vodkas.
Drinking them or serving them?
Both.
Horrible heart palps in the morning. Anything Red Bull. I'm not a big Red Bull guy.
I look at the people who order Red Bulls, and if they're under the age of like 25, I'm like, okay, fine. If they're over the age of 30 and they order one, I'm like, okay, maybe they're tired.
Yeah.
When you come back for that second one, I'm like, how bad does your mouth feel?
Oh.
How gross and icky and sugary. And like,
well, that's with the bombs, too.
You're not going to sleep.
No.
It's going to be the worst sleep of your life.
That's why you should just stick to whiskey.
Yeah.
Right?
It's really simple. It's really simple.
Yeah, the Red Bull vodkas, even going out like downtown when I was younger, I don't know when that trend caught on where you're going to drink vodka and Red Bulls all night or Jaeger bombs in a in
You're
a tall
literally
cup.
mixing an upper with a lower.
Yeah.
So
I'm not judging. If whoever wants to drink them, have at it.
I'm judging.
Have at it.
I'm a little bit judging. I'm not gonna lie. I'm judging.
The Red Bull vodkas. I think I see more Red Bull with the bombs, and we got Whiplash on the gun.
Okay.
Which almost equivalent to Red Bull.
We do Monster, so
Yeah.
it's potato.
Yeah, same thing. And I see more the bombs than people actually ordering just, hey, Red Bull vodka, Red Bull vodka.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God, this is a great one. Best or worst way you've been hit on by someone or you've hit on someone? I got mine.
Let me hear yours first.
Okay, so St. Patrick's Day had to be 4 years ago. Hot guy walks in the bar, smoking hot.
In
guy.
here?
In here. I was like, oh, my eyes are like bullets, like darts to him. Has on a Coach Gordon Bombay Letterman jacket. So I'm like, all right, guy got to remember me. This is how he's gonna remember me. So I was feeling super ballsy that night, and I said to him, how much for the coat? I had a number in my mind. I was like, this is all I'm going. And I'm like, if he goes below, I'll take it. If he's at it, I'll take it. If he goes over, I'm not taking it. He hits the number exactly. I said, I'll take it. Take it off your back right now. So here's the beauty is he's going to spend money, so I'm getting the money back. So I'm like, I'm winning. So
do you still have the jacket?
So hot guy comes in, gives me the jacket. Hot guy fucked up and didn't put his number in the jacket pocket, which is what I was hoping for. But I have the jacket still to this day, and then it had to have been right after the pandemic. A girl came in here, and she was like, hey, my buddy always tells the story of this bartender who bought this jacket from him. And I said, yeah, it's a true story. It's me. And she's like, shut the fuck up. Like, we always thought he was kidding. And I was like, no. I'm like, but he messed up. Like, he didn't put he didn't give me his number. Like, it was bullshit. So you think that's the end of the story. It's not the end of the story. Last St. Patrick's Day? Was it last St. Patrick's Day? Group of people walk in, and I'm making a drink, and you know when you can just feel someone staring at you? I'm like, someone is staring at me right now, and I'm really uncomfortable, and I don't know who this is. And this guy is looking at me, and he's smiling, and I'm like, and he comes up to the bar, and I said, are you Coach Gordon Bombay? And he said, yes, I am. And I was like, dude, my guy, you fucked up. And he's like, why'd I fuck up? I'm like, because you didn't give me your number. And he's like, do you want it right now? And so I was like, calm your jets. Like, you just walked in here, dude.
Get a drink.
So he eventually got a drink. We flirted all night long. I did get his number at the end of the day, but he never texted me. So I'm assuming he's either gay or probably has a wife. Or just something's wrong with him, which is fine, but it all worked out and I'm fine. But that's definitely the best way I've shot my shot. It took a few years to come back and get it, but
I don't have any good stories like that whatsoever. I've never had some beautiful girl come to the bar and try to swoon me. Oh my God. Maybe more so Misitich, not me.
People swoon Misitich?
Hell yeah, they do. Not me. Maybe I've never had like a quote-unquote star come in and be like, oh my God, Cal, those blue eyes, are they the devil or something like that? Nothing crazy like that. It's no, never had that where somebody offered to buy my jacket or anything like that.
Yeah, I was big in my bridges that night. I was feeling myself. But the second worst part about that story was I then Googled how much the jacket cost the next morning.
How much?
It was only like $45.
He outpriced you?
A lot.
Did he?
A lot.
Oh.
A lot. But, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's a great story to tell.
That is a good story.
It's a great story to tell.
Absolutely.
I don't even remember his name. Maybe it's Nick.
It's Coach Gordon taking the L.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, he got the L.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Got the L.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he got the L. Yeah, I just remember being like, well, I'm really shocked he hasn't reached out to me. And the weirdest part was he was like chatting it up with my aunt about like how great I was. And she's like, and he still hasn't texted you. And I was like, no, this is bullshit.
Put an egg in your shoe and beat it.
Pretty much, man. It was absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. You got nothing? Have you seen anyone get like strangely hit on?
I mean, in the bars, you sort of you look around, and I think people forget nowadays. You got a lot of eyes on you, especially being neighborhood pubs. That you always got to watch yourself and make sure, hey, you're on the up and up. And
let's put it this way: when I'm behind the bar, and your two inside hands are not on top of the bar, I know what's happening.
A lot of touchy-feely.
I know what's going on. I know what's going on. You're fooling no one.
Truth.
Yeah.
Truth. Or you got those two that were at the bar at one time and then they disappear towards the end of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
You're like, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part was the first night that like the bar was fully open, like post-pandemic. It was great. And there are certain things that your brain does that you almost forgot you were doing. And I was like, ooh, those two are going home. Those two are going home. Those two are going home. Those two might have done it in the car already.
I know.
And I was and like, you just know.
It's that.
It's a weird thing, but you just can tell.
You know romance.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
At Shinnick's and at Cork's.
I also love to assist in the romance.
Yeah, here, let me send over a drink.
Oh my God, I am like the assist to the assassin.
You're the matchmaker?
I am the matchmaker.
And how's it worked for you so far?
And so far, it's been good. Like I'll be very subtle. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not subtle. Who the fuck am I kidding? I'll always I'll do a little push, we'll say, right? And then I'm like, I'm just saying, like, you don't got to.
Just putting it in your ear.
But I'm putting it in your ear, and then I walk away. And then, again, it's that you could see, it's like bartenders, you see things in the back of your head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's thinking about it, or she's thinking about it. And then I'll come back.
Give him another shot.
I'm like, thoughts? Do we have thoughts? Because matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. I try to be matchmaker. I enjoy it.
We have a lot of people that come in dates by us, and, like, we'll figure it out. Like, again, we've had online dating's big now, and so we got a couple people that neighborhood come into the bar and, hey, I'm on a blind date, I'm comfortable in here. Cool. You need anything, let me know.
Yeah.
If anything happens not going right, let me know. I'll come over and we'll talk.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of people coming in for the first time together, and it's just like, or they started dating in your bar.
We have so many beautiful stories like that even I don't know all of them. And it's like beautiful to see. It's so beautiful.
As long as it goes well, because you do have those people that started dating in your bar that it didn't go well.
Yeah.
And
try to focus on the good.
Yeah, we're going to be positive.
Yeah.
But you do see it where they can't even be in the same area together.
Yeah. Yeah. You just try to walk away from those people.
Yeah, we don't want to have those conversations.
No, but there is something beautiful about. I started a series once, and I just didn't have the time to keep doing it, of like a Shinnick's love story, because we had so many people that like I didn't even know of, family members, regulars who now have kids, or their kids have kids. So I'm like, that's like super cool to be a part of, to know that like you were a part of this love story.
Yeah, you met here.
Yeah.
And you still come here.
Yeah. The first one was, did the guy have on a onesie and the girl was dancing in the back? It was like something ridiculous. But yeah, like Mallory and Mike met here. My Aunt Nadine and her husband Dave met here, and I'm probably missing a bunch. I know I'm missing a bunch more. But it's like a really cool thing to like see or to see it unfold, and it's just really, it's really awesome.
That you helped out in that romance.
Yeah.
Right? Poured a couple drinks.
I assisted.
Absolutely. You gave the push that was needed.
I gave the push that was needed.
People always ask, do you ever get tired of bartending? You think you'll ever retire? Now, I have age on you, but...
I think at some point, if I keep doing, well, let me put it this way. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I think it'll be very hard to bartend and continue to do this successfully. But I don't think I'll ever stop bartending in like I'll always be bartending, because I think this is bartending. Mm-hmm. I love making drinks. I love being around people. So I think I'll always bartend. I think the type of bartending I'll do will change.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I love it. I love it too much. Like
I am a people person.
Yeah.
It's just I agree. It's just being around people, good people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a commodity. World's not making anymore, it doesn't seem. Well, so if I can get a good group of people in on a Saturday night and we can laugh our heads off, I look forward to it. I really do.
I love you never know what's walking through the door. I love it like, and I say this to people, it keeps me on my toes in a way that nothing else ever has. And it, what's the word? It's like, it's the conversations I have with people. Actually, I'll say this. It's the conversations you have with people that you wouldn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a guy come in here once. His name's Jacob. I think he moved away. He doesn't live here anymore. But you would look at him, and you'd probably look right over him. I think he was a mechanic, so he always had dirty hands. Always looked like he was covered in soot, like the guy from Charlie Brown. And I was having a really, really shitty day once. Like I think I had people like come at me, and I was really kind of thrown off by it. And I don't even know how it came up, but it was like really organic. Like we just started talking about it, and he was like, I can't remember the word. He's like, Jenna, that's called virtue signaling. And I was like, what? And he explained it to me, and he's like, Jenna, imagine there's women on a line, and you're all standing for women's rights. And then one woman steps on a line and steps forward, and it's like, I am here for women's rights more than the girls in the back here are here for women's rights. And he explained it to me so simply, and I was like, I said to him, do you know I needed to have this conversation with you today? I'm like, I want you to know that. I'm like, you were meant to come in here, and you were meant to have this conversation with me because you have no idea how badly I needed to hear this. And again, you would look at him, and you would totally look past him. So and that's why I don't ever want to stop bartending, because it's the books that you don't ever expect that are going to give you gold.
Well said. 100%.
They just do.
I just like being around good people, laughing, good time.
Good times.
And just a good story. Good drink, good story, good memory.
Yeah.
Keep the party going.
Keep the party going. All right. If you will raise your glass, and I will say cheers to keeping the party going, and for the love of God, tip your bartenders. Amen. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed that conversation, and I hope you were able to take a little bit of something away from it, especially as you're probably going to be going out during the holiday season, things you want to know to get on your bartender's good side, what not to do to piss them off. And guys, I say this all the time, like, especially if you guys watch any of my drink videos, I always end everyone with like, sip and enjoy responsibly. And I really do mean that, like, sip and enjoy responsibly. Just, drink the water. It's fine. You're going to thank yourself in the morning. Obviously leave the keys at home, don't drive. There's Ubers now. Uber, just be safe, especially during this time of year. Okay. So we are going to end the show with here's a tip for you segment. So this is what I got for you this week. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. Ooh. Whether we want to believe it or not, the writing is always on the wall. It's not fair to that person to create a narrative in your head of who you want them to be. You would never want that done to you guys. You would never want someone to create a narrative about you that is false, and then in return, they get upset because you don't live up to their false expectations. Okay? So I know it's really hard when maybe we have people in our lives, or we're starting to date people, maybe friends, and they maybe disappoint you, or maybe they hurt your feelings, or whatever it is, like there's many different areas. But it sounds so corny, but like, seriously, when a person shows you who they are, they're showing you who they are. It's no act. It's not a game. It's like they're showing you, like, this is me, take it or leave it. It may not be what you want to see, but it's what you have to see. So again, I definitely, for a moment in time, was kind of dating someone that I thought he could be better, thought he could be someone who I thought he wasn't. And that wasn't fair to him, because he showed me who he was, and this was who he was. And when I finally realized that, that like, it was like, what's that? Why am I bringing it? I watched the Jonas Brothers, roast the other day, and they talked about Camp Rock, and in one of the songs, Demi Lovato saying like, "This is real. This is me. This is exactly who I'm supposed to be." Again, super corny, but like, this is exactly who they're supposed to be. So again, kind of talking in circles right now, but when a person shows you who they are, guys, believe it. Okay, that is all I have for you this week, guys. Happy beginning of December. I hope you guys are preparing for all of your parties. I hope you have as much of your Christmas shopping done as possible. And remember to take the time today to realize that we have way more in common with each other than we have different. I will see you next week for episode 80, which is going to be a very special one that is very near and dear to my heart. See you then, guys. Take care.
Hey everybody, it's closing time. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.